2020 Judges Award. Thank you, Lord Mayor.
Thank you. Well, thank you, everyone. And that's been a really fascinating evening for us as judges. And I'd like to thank my fellow judges for their contribution to this feedback. It's just been really inspiring to see the work that you've all done, and I'll just try and run through some very some overarching feedback for each of the 4 teams before I announce the judges' choice. So starting with the Economic Eagles, we thought that was very creative thinking in terms of targeting the issue of social licence. We agreed that was, in terms of the problem set up, it was very clear. What we weren't so clear about was exactly the business model and how it would really work. We didn't feel that was explained clearly enough. We weren't sure, was it just a sort of well-branded visitor levy, in the sense that, how could it actually work unless there was some sort of compelling requirement to be part of the levy, sorry, not the levy, what was it called? Tassie Bucks, yes. But we thought, very good, tapping into some really interesting ideas and encouraging Tasmanians to holiday at home and tapping into Tasmanians' pride in their own state was all really, really useful. And certainly if there was talk of some sort of overarching visitor levy type thing, having it with this kind of something that's not as heavy-handed, that there's some appeal about being involved in it would make a lot of sense, but we just weren't exactly sure about the business model. That wasn't really clear enough, we thought. Number 2, Tastopia. So that was the problem was identified well. It is a real problem and a real solution was provided. We, I guess, weren't exactly sure that this wasn't more of a role for government. Again, probably the business case element was just a little bit lacking in the sense that we weren't sure whether it really needs the government to kind of pull it all together, and there was some suggestion that this might be in places like Western Australia and New Zealand, this kind of thing might exist, and really government does provide that clearinghouse role. To get everyone to sign up for it and put their projects up was certainly a really good idea, but how would you sort of ensure again that the site gets the momentum and gets the buy-in, because everyone needs to obviously be there for it to really work. But certainly, Martin felt that it was something that the government would be very keen to look at in the coming days. So certainly as an idea with impact, it certainly had strong resonance. The silent revolution. So I think this one certainly identified the problem that the government generally isn't consulting broadly enough, isn't involving people enough. And I think that was very clearly identified by the group and well identified. What was a little bit unsure about this one was it wasn't really sure whether it was mainly a clearinghouse for information and how would that be done across so many departments and so many local levels of local government, or was it more about decision-making and participatory decision-making and deliberative democracy, and in a sense it seemed it wasn't really sure what it wanted to be and what it was going to be, and maybe it was trying to do too much. So that was, in a sense, the challenge with that particular one. But yeah, some really good ideas as well. And the last one, Tenacious Tentacles. So this one, problem really well defined. I think this group spent more time on setting up its problem, which was really good, and we were very impressed with the way they had refined their problem down through consultation. They identified who they'd gone out and consulted with, so they had a very clear challenge. Just trying to read my notes here. I guess the thing here, the really clever thing here was that the group did identify an existing resource and worked out how they could tap into that existing resource. So in a sense, they were very persuasive in that they had identified an existing resource which could be quite practically harnessed. It seemed quite implementable, and we thought that it would have a very large and positive impact, social impact as well. So very good presentation as well from the team, although they were all really excellent in terms of your presentation to the group. So I want to congratulate everyone on that. And so with that I will announce the winner, and I've got this envelope which I've been given, which I think is meant to add to the drama a bit. So the judge's choice winner is the Tenacious Tentacles. There you go. Congratulations.
Round of applause, I think. Yeah.